Hello, friends. Welcome to the program which is known as Know the Company, Know the Top Company in your state. And we are actually understanding the top companies from New Delhi. And today we are talking about a bank, commercial bank. So, which is the largest bank of New Delhi? Let's find out. It is, of course, the SBI. SBI is the largest commercial bank of New Delhi. And today, in our live stream, we will talk about what makes SBI so special, why it is loved and liked by people and also businesses likewise. So to handle all their business requirement, why SBI has been able to capture the numero uno position in the New Delhi region. We will share a lot of information in today's program. This information will help you to basically become a customer of SBI. You can actually zero in on why people like SBI, or you can actually strike a business deal with them based on this information. So let's proceed and let's understand more about why SBI is number one in commercial banking sector in New Delhi region. So first of all, SBI, as we all know, stands for State Bank of India. It is the India's largest public sector bank. In fact, SBI is so large. They are also listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and they are one of the top 20 large corporations across the world. So if you look at the India region per se, they are the largest bank. In fact, they are so ahead of the other banks, that there is a many times difference between the turnover of the closest bank than the SBI. SBI is really large. Since we're discussing about their presence in Delhi, so we will focus only on SBI in Delhi. In terms of SBI, why it became so large, it's because of the nationalization back in the 70s, when it was decided by the government of the day that we should actually the private bank must be taken over by the government, and then they will be nationalized. That means all these banks which are holding so much of cash will become the state property. And subsequently, there were in order to basically reach out to other states, the state level SBIs were also created. So State Bank of Patiala, State Bank of Travancore, State Bank of Maharashtra. So different sister companies with the same name as State Bank of India with the state name was also started. So they were almost like, so State Bank for India had the lot of presence across all states within India and also abroad. Wherever there is an embassy, Indian embassy, to support salaries and to support the Indian staff, the State Bank branch also goes along with the embassy. So State Bank of India had many branch, many employees. At the same time, they also started the sister companies known as State Bank with within different states to ease the burden of the central bank. This was before the computerization, and therefore this was a decision taken. However, after the computerization and after centralization, the need was felt that by adding so many other branches, they are just increasing the employee base, and with the computerization they can reduce this expense. So almost like 2 decades back, the decision was taken to consolidate all SBI into one State Bank of India. So today we have State Bank of India, one of the largest organization. After the consolidation, they are very advanced, they are fully computerized. They provide all state-of-the-art banking services to their client. So when it comes to the type of banking services SBI provides in Delhi, number one is the retail business. So retail business is something which deals, as the name suggests, it deals with the retail activity in the banking sector. So what is retail activity? Retail activities are opening a savings account, opening a current account, opening a fixed deposit, managing it, and so on and so forth. So all the activities which does not require too much complexity, simple things, open an account, put your money there, open a current account, put your money there. If you have money, open a fixed deposit. So these kind of things are taken care of by the retail banking. Now in retail banking, the customer service becomes very important. because a retail banking cannot work without a branch, and the person who is actually walking in with small money has to be catered to. So retail banking requires a lot of expense in order to provide the service. That means because it's dealing with a small investor, small person with small savings, and but if these customers walk into the bank, there has to be employee base to handle the customers. So therefore the retail banking is a major segment, and whether you like it as a bank, you like it or not, because you are actually employing a lot of people to cater to a lot of customers with small money. So for each account you will not get too much of revenue, but it's something which is required by all banking services across the world. So retail business is one of the major item on the plate in Delhi, where the SBI has numerous branches, and they are actually opening branches to ensure that they are closer to the customer, because in the same branch they will be then conducting other businesses which I will talk about. But retail is one of the major focus of SBI in Delhi. Now if they are providing good customer service, good attention to detail, a lot of services for retail segment, then obviously their branding goes up, and SBI has been able to do that because they are number one in Delhi. A lot of people like them, a lot of people open account with SBI, and it makes it very easy for banking staff to handle the retail customer as they walk in. So the staff is well groomed, well quite knowledgeable, they know exactly how to handle the customer, etc. So retail is a very important segment when it comes to SBI. Now obviously SBI is also interested in corporate banking, because corporate banking is the method by which the bank actually make money. The corporate banking side of banking is much more complex. It is not about small savings accounts or small current account. It requires a lot of business related activities. For example, loans, business loans, limits, things like mortgage of your stock. If you get an order, then can you take advance against that order, fulfillment of that order, and then when you repay to the bank, how bank will collect that money back from you. So it becomes very complicated. So this is where the bank will see almost 60 to 80% of their revenue, and using the same retail network, and probably by opening less number of branches, the SBI has the ability, has a reach to reach out to their various business corporate clients across Delhi, across India. And therefore a lot of banks actually, a lot of customers, businesses go to SBI bank for their corporate needs. So things like managing limits, things like managing their business advances, things like managing how do you mortgage, how do you create a line of credit, how do you basically do the shipment and get the money via the foreign exchange activity, which is also managed by SBI. So we will talk about foreign exchange in detail subsequently, but the corporate banking is one of the major item which makes SBI really better than other banks, and that is why a lot of business having their accounts with SBI, and also the business corporate accounts with SBI. SBI also provide treasury services for large business houses so that they can manage their cross currencies and manage their actual holding into the SBI. SBI also provide a lot of other services, which is share transaction, etc. You buy ancillary other sister companies which are specialized and SEBI certified in the stock market. So you can actually have corporate banking which will handle the business requirements. You can also invest as an individual or as a corporate into the stock market using your SBI relationship. So let's move on to the next subject that they handle is the stock market. So SBI themselves are a listed company. SBI is also one of the main listed company in India. Also in New York Stock Exchange, and they have branches all over the place. So if you are an Indian customer and you want to invest in stocks within India or in any other country, then SBI plays a major role in basically making sure that your money is invested in your stock, and when you sell that stock, the money returns into your account. So since SBI is truly an international bank, they are able to help their clients, their individual customers, as well as their corporate customers in this arena also. At the same time, I briefly touched upon the forex. So what happens in the forex is that you have Indian rupee account. At the same time, when you're doing international trade, import and export, you need to maintain, as a business especially, you need to maintain certain foreign currencies so that it's easier for you to basically do the procurement and also receive payments. Because if you're selling something, for example in UK, you don't expect the UK customer to pay you in Indian rupees because your account is in Indian rupees. You expect the UK customer to pay in his or her local currency, which is in this case is UK pound sterling, and you want to get Indian rupees because that is how your turnover will be determined. So the customer pays in their respective local currencies. You will receive in your local currency, which is Indian rupees, and the conversion is taken care by SBI. So forex also becomes a major important aspect of the SBI business, and therefore SBI has one of the largest forex unit in India to handle your cross currency fluctuation, and also calculation of the cross currency revenue that you are making because of your overseas business. And with all this complexity when it comes to banking, you also want your finances to be handled at one place, and therefore SBI provides a whole lot of system support to their individual customers as well as corporate customers to handle their dashboard in one place. And because of the computerization, I mean, the SBI has gone in for a major overhaul, almost like they were the first bank to be computerized way back in 90s, and they have come a long way. So they rely on because their customer base is also huge, their operations are also huge. So the size of operation, size of customer base, if they are not computerized, they will not be able to handle. So they have multiple large computers to handle this load, and they also provide the system for their individual clientele to look at their dashboard and what is happening in their accounts, what is the future projection, how much money they will have to receive, how much money is pending, which they can chase their clients to repay them, how much they have to pay to somebody, to their suppliers, or if they have taken advance, how much they have to pay. So what is the upcoming sort of EMI, and what is the money they want to return back. So all of that is available in one place. So as I said, they are heavily computerized, and they have all kinds of technology, whatever the leading technology that is used by all the major players like NASA or Boeing. You will find those technologies in SBI. At the same time, I will also like to tell you that they are one of the major provider of the government transactions. So as you know, the governance in India is also huge. Majority of the people working for Indian government needs to be paid, not only the salaries, but after retirement they need to be paid the pension. So SBI handles all of these individual requirements. At the same time, there are interdepartmental payments. So say for example, Ministry of Defense is paying the Ministry of Finance, or some other ministry is paying to some other ministry, or central government is paying the state government is paying the central government. All of that is also handled by SBI. These transactions are millions of transactions, because these are lot of transactions. Basically, these are different from the banking one, but this requires a totally separate sort of system. Sometimes the transactions are so numerous that you require the system to handle almost like 100,000 transactions per second kind of ability. So they have a separate software, they have a separate network which can handle these government transactions. And as you can imagine, that SBI plays such an important role in making sure that Indian economy is handled properly, because they are managing the show of the government. That is on the worldwide side of it. But when it comes to Delhi, SBI has about 390 branches across Delhi, which is quite sufficient for customer engagement. They have 20 NRI branches to manage the foreign exchange business, and they also have the small SME branches, which is 13 in Delhi, and agriculture branches, which are 30 again. So these are the branch network that SBI has to handle all aspects of the business, whether it is foreign exchange or even agriculture related activities. They have the ability to reach out to the client, closer to them, and handle all of that. So even though SBI is a government bank, but their outlook is their outlook is very similar to a private bank. They are very agile, they are very forward looking bank. They ensure that the customer get the best technology, best of the breed services. The employees are well groomed, and so on and so forth. So they are very forward looking bank, highly computerized, highly customized, and therefore their outlook is also like a private bank. Even though they are the government bank, but they behave more or less like a private bank. So if you walk into SBI branch, you will not see any difference. If you're used to working with Citibank or Standard Chartered foreign bank, or even private bank like ICICI, you will see the similar level of customer support from SBI, and that makes it very important, because this customer support, customer service, reach, and accuracy, all that plays a major role in increasing the repute of the business. And therefore SBI has been able to create a good reputed brand for themselves, in spite of being a government owned bank. When it comes to their employee strength, they are a major employer across the globe. 250,000 people work for SBI, one of the major employer. And of course this is a bank, so they take the people who are chartered accountant and specialists in their field, which is in the finance. So if you are a finance expert, you are a chartered accountant or a finance graduate, this is something which you must consider. In case there are any opportunities that you find in SBI, please jump on it, because this is a government job, and the outlook of the bank is like a private sector bank. So they have the same vigor, same outlook, same progressiveness that you will see in a private sector bank. So SBI is definitely a major employer of the financial skill set, and you can because this is a large bank, they have numerous branches, even overseas branches. It gives you a very good opportunity to actually build your career in SBI. So if once you join SBI, you will only come out after retirement, because you will be a satisfied person and you are set for life. So hopefully the information that I gave you today will be helpful for you, even if you want to basically start some sort of business opportunity with SBI, open an account with SBI, or join them. So friends, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again in the next one with the top companies in your state with some other company. Have a nice time.